Hello, everyone. I think that I got started just about 30 seconds early. Let me go ahead and switch this over, make sure that it's going in there, and we're going to give it about 30 seconds to a minute for everybody to join on. Thank you for joining me. My name is Brandon Law. I'm coming to you live from Mansfield, Texas. It is Tuesday night, and if you have paid attention to the description that I put on the video, I've already messed things up. I was wearing black and I was unshaven, and then I mowed the yard, and so then I had to change shirts, and I showered, so I shaved in the shower. So everything is completely off the books except for what we're going to go ahead and talk about, and that's Green Horizons. So as you join on, if you can hear me and if you can see me all right, please let me know that everything's going on. Hi, JC. I see that you just joined. Let me know if the sound's okay. And also, whenever you join on, please let me know where it is that you're joining from, if you're sitting here live. And if you're joining by replay, if you would just do like a number 2 in the comments so that we can come back and say hi to you after everything's over, because I keep track of these stuff all throughout the week. So let's see, we've got JC, we've got Lindsay. I'll hold on here for just a couple more seconds and just to make sure that y'all can hear me as I take a sip of my tea, sweet tea. All right, Ash, thanks so much. You let me know that it sounds great. All right, so right, it's Tuesday. Every Tuesday night I jump on here and I go over Green Horizon. I talk about what CBD is, because there are some people that have heard of it, but they don't really know what it is. Some people who want to learn more. I talk about why we focus so much on CBD. I always cover the top 5 questions, and now I've actually expanded them into, I think, 6 and 7 little side questions as well. I also take some time to talk about our products and the business side, what we do on this team to make money as well. Because there are some people that are here just to learn about the products, and there are some people here that want to know about the business opportunity. So I'm going to hit both of those. And as I go through this, if there's something that you'd like me to cover that I haven't covered, or a question that you have, please feel free to leave me a comment and let me know, because I'm going to be looking at it as we go through here. So that way, if you do have a question, I'll try to hit it. If for some reason I miss it, because I always miss at least one, I'll come back to it and I'll comment and respond and answer your question after we're all done here. Okay? Wonderful. We've got Utah coming in. We got more people. Here, all right, here we go. So first of all, what is CBD? Lots of people have heard of it. CBD is short for cannabidiol, or as you'll hear a lot of people pronounce it, cannabidiol. It's one of over 85 different cannabinoids that you can find in the cannabis plant. Here's a really cool little piece of information right off the bat, is that it's not just found in cannabis. We named them cannabinoids because that's where they were first discovered. You can actually find these, like CBD, in leafy greens like hops, which is one of the ingredients that you can make beer out of. You can find it in cruciferous greens like Brussels sprouts, and women's bodies also produce it in the form of breast milk. And I believe that I've also heard that they can be found in cacao, which always makes me laugh to say, but it's, in chocolate pretty much. So it's all through nature, but one of the greatest sources that we can find it from is through hemp, and that's where we get our CBD from. So to process these cannabinoids, we have something in our bodies called the endocannabinoid system. So just like you have in your body a lymphatic system, a digestive system, a nervous system, there's also an endocannabinoid system. And one of the videos that I recently watched was from a doctor in 2015, where he had flat out said, this is the greatest singular medical discovery that the medical industry has had since sterilized surgery. It's that huge, and the more and more people that look into it, the more we realize how powerful it is. So in the endocannabinoid system, there are 2 different types of receptors. There's a CB1 receptor, which is mostly located and associated with their brain and central nervous system. And then there's also a CB2 receptor, which is more associated with your immune system, and it's found all throughout your body, mostly on your internal organs. And also they happen to appear on your skin as well. CBD is one of the few cannabinoids that interacts equally with both of those receptors. So instead of just hitting one and getting one portion of your body or hitting the other, it actually affects both. And that way we can focus on full body health all at the same time. Another reason why we're so focused on CBD is because we are a whole plant company. After the oil has been extracted, where we get our CBD from, everything that's left over, all the fibers, the pulp, the mulch, can be used to make clothing, textiles. You can use the seeds to make food products and oils. You can make a fiberglass substitute. Actually, the countertops at our headquarters are all made out of hempcrete, which will last hundreds of years. You can make plastics out of it. You can make hemp ethanol out of it. You can make clothing. There's just tons of different things that you can do for it. The way that hemp grows, it detoxifies soils. You can make animal feed from it. There are just tons and tons of uses, not to mention paper, which you can actually take an acre of hemp and produce 4 times as much paper as what you can from an acre of forested area. So we're really trying to change people's minds about hemp, because there are a lot of people who still just see it as cannabis. And we're like, yes, that's the scientific name of the crop, but there are so many positive things for our world that we can do with it. And so we're really trying to change people's minds about it. One other reason why we're focused so much on CBD is for financial health. I know for me, I love hearing the success stories that my clients come back to me with on how they've used CBD to help with their rheumatoid arthritis, or with some neurological disorders, or with complications from diabetes. But if I can help somebody with some of their physical or mental or emotional problems, and I can also take care of my family financially, well, that's definitely something that I want to be a part of, especially whenever you're in such a huge market as CBD. In 2016, there was an article that was put out by the Hemp Business Journal that estimated that within 4 years, and that would be 2020, that the CBD market would grow to a $2.1 billion industry. And we're halfway in there. We're almost kind of past that breaking point. And that was a very conservative estimate. There was a new article that I read 2 weeks ago where it said by 2022 that it would be a $20 billion market. So, getting into it now, if I can seize just a slice of that, just a portion, and if I can take care of my family and also heal people while I'm doing it, then I definitely want to be a part of that. And, if that's something that you want to be a part of, give me a heart emoji in the comments, or raise your hand or something to let me know that you're excited about it as well. So that was just a little bit about CBD. There is a whole bunch more that we can cover, and there's still going to be some more that we cover probably in these questions. But if there is something that I haven't talked about yet, or if there's a question that you have, once again, please feel free and comment it, and I will try to answer it for you. Hey, Linda, it's good to see you again. So these are the top 5 questions that I get pretty much in order when I talk to people about CBD, or whenever I introduce it to them. Okay. And if yours isn't here, if you've got one that you get hit with that's not on this list, let me know and we'll add it into the rotation. So number 1, it's marijuana, right? And no, it's not. And this is where some people get very, very confused, and I'll explain why they get confused about it. First, you do have the marijuana plants, and then you have the hemp plants. They're both from the cannabis family. So you can think of them as cousin plants, right? In the same family, they're cousins, but they are completely separated. Hemp, which is the picture that you have on the left there with the guy in the blue shirt, grows very tall, it grows very fast, and it has a very, very low THC content. And THC is the psychoactive cannabinoid that most people associate with marijuana. It's the one that gets you high. Hemp has very low THC, if any at all, but it has very high CBD, and it's also legal in all 50 states. Hemp and its byproducts are completely federally legal. Now, the picture on the right with the guy in the white jumpsuit, that is marijuana, right? A shorter plant, takes a little bit longer to grow, much higher THC content, so the psychoactive portion of it is much higher, and it's only legal in select states now, okay? So they're very, very different strains, even though they come from the same family. Just like you can have many different types of trees out there. They're all trees, right? But anyway, they're completely different, and they're used for different things. And so anytime anybody brings this up, no, it's not marijuana. And the next question they get is, but will I get high? And for some people, they're actually looking for that, and some people want to avoid it at all costs. For us at Green Horizon, we wanted to put out a product that was acceptable to everyone out there. because there are some people that, because of their jobs or because of restrictions that they have on their lifestyle, they can't have an intoxicating substance in their bodies. So what we wanted to do was to put out a product that was completely 100% THC free from the absolute get-go. We've never had to design it that way. We've never had to get there in steps. That's just where we were from the very beginning. So our product does no THC in it, no psychoactive compounds, and that means it does not flag you on, any sort of drug tests or urinalysis or anything that might prevent you from doing what it is that you want to do, because there's no THC in it. Now, not only that, I had mentioned the fact that hops also contain THC as well. Right now, our scientists are working on trying to find the right strain of hops plant so that we can produce a non-cannabis based CBD product. It's something that we're really trying to get to. We're working there, but that's also just a reminder that it does not have to be associated with cannabis. It doesn't have to be associated with getting high. You can get all of the relaxation without any of the intoxication. Just making sure that there were no questions that have come in. Number 3, it's illegal though, right? Or as my mom would ask this question, but is it okay? And so, no, it's not illegal at all. It's completely legal in all 50 states. In 2014, the Farm Bill Act that was put out had a section in it called Section 7606, where all hemp and hemp-related byproducts were completely legal throughout all 50 states. Now, here's where some people start to get really confused. You can create a CBD product from one of the marijuana plants because it has the cannabinoids in it as well, and it has CBD in it. But you can also produce CBD from the hemp plant. You can get it from both. A marijuana-based plant or a marijuana-based CBD product is only legal in certain states. But as long as it's derived from hemp and as long as it doesn't have THC in it, it is completely legal. And that's something that every single day I hear somebody say, my brother has a friend that he went to school with, and he went to the shop down the street, and they're pulling everything off the shelf because they're saying it's going to be outlawed, and it's not. It has not been anywhere, any state that has never happened. And so we'll continue to have those discussions, and we'll continue to kind of guide people in the right direction. But no, it is not illegal. It is 100% totally legal. Number 4, what's it good for? And this is the only one that can be a little bit frustrating for people, because since we're not regulated by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, we can't use any sort of terms like, claims to prevent, cure, heal, diagnose, none of that, because that could get us into some serious legal trouble. But what we can do is we can tell our personal stories about what CBD has done for us. We can direct people to the internet and to Google to do their own searches. And we can also let them look at our testimonials page. So for me, I tell people that I started using CBD as kind of a last resort for my PTSD symptoms. Specifically for me, it was pain, anxiety, insomnia, and depression. And within 4 days, each one of those had been addressed. And every single day that happened thereafter, the symptoms just started to lessen and lessen and lessen. And so there are some people out there that they want to look into it to help with rheumatoid arthritis or fibromyalgia, or maybe even specific types of cancers or brain trauma. So I would say, yes, go out there and look for it. Go to Google and type in CBD and diabetes symptoms or CBD and depression and find what there is out there. There are tons of resources with nothing but scientific articles or testimonials or whatnot, so that you can find what you're looking for. And if you don't find it there, then we have a testimonials page for Green Horizon on Facebook as well. And if you're still not finding it, go to the person that invited you to this meeting, or reach out to me specifically or anybody and just say, hey, I'd like to find out more about what CBD can do for X, Y, and Z. We'll go find you the information and try to help you out if we can. And then number 5, so where do you get it? And this is the start of just many differentiators of why Green Horizon is unlike any other company out there. We own the entire process from seed to shelf, okay? So we have our own hemp farm where we have our own hemp crops, and we grow it, we take care of it, we nurture it, and then once it's ready, I was going to say we crop it, but that's not the right word. We harvest it, And then from there, we process it, we refine it, we actually get it into the bottles, we get it into the customer's hands, we ship it out. We have the entire process, and we're the only ones in the United States that could claim that. So because of that, whenever we say we don't use any GMO products, we don't use pesticides or poisons, or that we have organic practices whenever we farm, we can say that and we can know it because we can go walk through our fields and we can show it to you. And one of the cool things about hemp also is that since it does naturally repel insects and it chokes out competing weeds, you don't even really need that stuff anymore. There are other companies out there who use that on their products, and it comes back on their COA, but we never use it from the very beginning. And then once that's done, once we take it and we cultivate it, we run it through what's called a supercritical CO2 extraction process. And all that means is that we use a very inert gas like CO2 at a very low temperature to process and extract all the CO2. So we're never using solvents, we're not using chemicals or heavy metals or anything like that in the product to keep it completely pure, all the time. So why specifically Green Horizon? Because any one of you can walk out the store and probably within 5 minutes, you can find a corner store or Walmart or something out there selling one of over 100 brands of CBD products. So one of them is what I just started talking about. It's the purity of the product, that we make sure that from the time that it is growing until the time that it goes in the bottle, that it's completely pure. And we show that through our certificate of analysis. So our COA is one of the first things that I bring up whenever somebody asks about why Green Horizon. And this is actually a little bit of an older slide. I need to update this. Our purity for our CBD is 99.73% pure. We do things a little bit differently from everybody else. There are some companies out there that just extract the hemp oil and then they use that to make their CBD oil. We actually take the CBD all the way out into basically a powdered form. And that way we know exactly how pure it is. And that way we know if there's going to be 500 milligrams of CBD in this product, we know exactly 500 milligrams is going into it. Or if 25 milligrams is going into this hemp energy shot, we know it's exactly 25 milligrams. So we want to make sure that we get the purest product out there in everybody's hands. One of the other great reasons, and this is something that you're going to start hearing more about. So besides our purity, the one thing that we will be known for is this nano amplification process. So bioavailability is, once again, it's another scientific word that means how easily does your body absorb it. So naturally, the CBD cell is much larger than your body's normal cells. And what we've done is come up with a process to actually reduce the size of those CBD cells to where they're smaller than the natural size of a human cell. And that way you get 100% total absorption. And right now we are actually doing the math. We're working with scientists. We're getting it all documented so that we can be the first ones in the market to say, here's exactly how much this is helping the process, from all these scientific tests. So here's what we've got. Show us yours, pretty much is what we're going to do. But pretty much what this means to your normal customer is that they typically need about half of our product than what other people would offer out there. Okay. The average, and I think this was on the previous slide, the average on the market is like 25% purity. We're at over 99% purity. We wanted to get the purest product out to the market. So that's how we make our CBD. And then from there, we put it into a bunch of different products. And the reason why we do that is because, by far our best-selling product is the daily oil drop. But there are some people that either they don't want that, or they don't like, doing the drops in their mouth, or they might be for kids that can't do it, or it might be for just somebody with skin problems. And so what we wanted to do was to get it into every different type of form factor that we could, so that there's some way that you are accustomed to getting the CBD into your body. So it could be the drops, it could be suckers, it could be hard candies, it could be vape juice, it could be our hemp energy shots, gummies, lozenges, soaps, beard oils, pain salves, and healing salves, bath bombs. Whatever it is that you want, or however it is that you want to introduce it into your body, that's what we're focused on. And so we want to make sure that everybody out there is taken care of. So a little bit about the business side of it, because I've talked about the CBD, I've talked about our product, I've talked about what makes us different. One of the other huge things that makes us different is that we were not started by a huge corporation. We were not bought by a huge corporation. This was started by Mike and Jenny Carlson, which are great people. I've had the wonderful opportunity to sit down with them and have dinner. And for them, they started the company because they saw a need in their personal lives for an ultra pure CBD product and also a need for it on the market. But they knew in order to do that, they were going to have to change people's minds about it. That's why they've done so much work on educating people about CBD, about hemp, and getting it in their lives and in their stores. So they started this off, they started producing it bottle by bottle, case by case, and that was going really well. But in order to change more people's minds, to get this into more people's hands and let them try it for themselves, they were going to have to change up the way that they did business. And so they knew that affiliate-based marketing was the best way that they were going to have to go. Now, that's where everybody starts to get really timid, right? Oh no, it's an MLM. Oh, it's network marketing. Those are bound to fail. But they knew that there was only one way that this was going to catch on, and that was by one person telling another person that they trusted, you need to try this. And this is the way that I describe it to people. If whenever I needed this product, sitting on the couch at 3:30 a.m. or whatever it was, and if I were to see a commercial with a guy in a bright colored polo and khaki pants come on and say, oh, with just a couple of drops of this oil under your tongue, it can cure you of pain, anxiety, insomnia, depression, woo, for 3 payments of $29.99 or whatever it might be. I wouldn't have bought it. I probably would have changed the channel. I probably would have hated the guy that I was looking at on TV. But if I had a friend that I've known for a long time that I trusted, or even better yet, if I had a family member who said, hey man, I have tried this product, here's what it did for me, and I think that it might be able to work for you, then yes, that's the product that I'm going to buy, right? I will gladly put down money for that. And that's actually how I got into Green Horizon. I called and I talked to somebody that had used the product, was in a similar condition to what I was in. And they said, it's great. Here's what it did for me. Just try it. And if you don't like it, send it back and get your money back. And I tried it. And a year and 3 months ago, my life changed forever. It was so good that I knew that I had to be a part of this. And I had to tell as many people as I could about the product. That's what affiliate-based marketing is. That's what network marketing is. And so they knew that they had to push that. But to push it, they were going to have to change what people thought about it. So all the things that you thought about network marketing or direct sales or whatever you want to call it, we're going to take them away, right? There's no high startup cost. You don't have to invest a bunch of money just to get into the company. One of the things that I'll show you is that we're just offering the products that we have at a discounted rate in order to start your business. That's all that we're doing. There's no monthly purchase or auto ship requirements. There's no confusing pay plan. I've tried to sit through other companies' pay plans that are out there, and after a minute 7, I turn it off because I can't follow it. And I think that I'm kind of a smart guy. For ours, I'll explain it in less than 2 minutes because it's that simple. There's no stocking of inventory. You don't have to worry about that. You don't even have to ship products yourselves. You can refer people to the site and have them use your name for purchases. All we're trying to do is to get people to spread the word about CBD and have them try our product. That's all that we're asking people to do. So right now, we're technically still in pre-launch, right? We're living in the house, but we haven't had the housewarming party yet. So we launch officially on November 10th. There's going to be a huge party up in Utah, and I will be there, and it's going to be an awesome time. So if that's something that you wanted to be a part of, let me explain how easy it is. You join into the company, you bought your affiliate pack, which is just products that you're going to use anyway, and now you're a Zen ambassador. Now you've got 20% commission on all your personal sales. That's product that you purchase, that's product that somebody buys from you, that's product that somebody goes to the website and they use your name as a referral for it. It's 20% commission across the board. And that's it. And there are some people that that's all that they want to do. They want to leave it as a direct sales model, and that's fine. Nobody has to build anything else. There are no requirements to build a team. But on my team, I can tell you that people have wanted to start off doing this, and then all of a sudden, people start getting us turned on to the product as what they did, and they start coming to you saying, well, I want to do this. I want to make money by using a certain product and telling people about this wonderful product that's changed my life. So somebody signs up under you, and now all of a sudden, you're a Zen guide. And you'll see on there where it says qualified Zen ambassador. All qualified means is that during a month you have $60 of sales a month. Now, here's the really cool thing about that. Any personal product that you use for yourself counts towards that. So for me, like for example, I always use the 500 milligram bottle of peppermint daily drops, right? It's always in my cabinet. I use it, my wife uses it. Occasionally we give it to the dog, and sometimes the kids use it as well. So I know for a fact about, every 3 weeks, because we have, 3 or 4 people that use it, I'm going to be buying another bottle of that. That is always going to have me qualified. I don't have to sell anything to anybody, and I've already opened up all my commission levels. That's all that I have to do. So, for example, you have one person under you, they're qualified, you're now a Zen guide. You have 10% off your entire first generation. So you could have 20 people under you, and as long as you have that one person that has bought their product in a month, then you've got 10% across all those people. That's it. There's no gotchas there. Now, let's say you sign up one more person, you're now a Zen guru, and you've unlocked a second generation under that of 5% of sales. That's for however many people you have, just as long as you have that one person that's qualified. And let's say you have a third that comes in, you're now a Zen sage. You've unlocked an even lower tier of commission at 5% as well. Once again, just one person, no matter how many people you have down there, and you've unlocked it. And then if you get that fourth person in, you're now a Zen master. You have maxed out the compensation plan. You now have 4 generations of compensation, and that lowest generation gets bumped back up to 10%. Okay, that's it. There's no gotchas. There's no, what about, new customers versus old customers, or do you have this leg and it has to match that leg and they have to be within a certain percentage of each other? It's nothing like that. It's as simple as having somebody who wants to say, I'm in, I'm buying my personal product, now let's go tell other people about it. That's all that there is to it. Now, for the people that want to join in, like I talked about there, the enrollment options, it's just the products that you're going to use anyway. And there are some hires if, that's, you already know that you're going to be selling the product. But let's say that you wanted to come in at step 1, it's $97. But for that, you're getting $140 of retail product. So for me, I've started telling people in my line, if you have a customer who's already buying a 250 milligram bottle of oil every month for, $60, have them sign up, because then you've got a customer or you have somebody in your line that's already going to be qualified, and that person is getting 2 bottles of oil for like less or 50% discount of what they would normally buy it for. And then they also get travel salves with it. It's wonderful. And if you wanted to join in, and if you already know that you have some sales lined up, or if you're going to be selling into a store or doing a farmer's market or whatever it is, you can go level up, you can go producer, you can go empire builder, and it's just more product that you're going to sell anyway, just at a higher discount. So that's it, right? There's no like, how much do I have to pay just to be in there? Or what are the monthly fees or dues? There's nothing like that. And as weird as it is to say it, that's very difficult for some people to wrap their heads around, about the fact that it's just simple, that there are no catches. So, jazz hands, I'm all done, right? That was probably the fastest I've ever gone through that. There weren't a lot of questions that came in. If you do have a question that I haven't addressed yet, please feel free to comment it and ask me. I will come back and I'll review all this. If there's a question that you have that nobody's answering, or you don't want to ask it on here, feel free to reach out to whoever it is that invited you to this meeting. Ask more questions. Feel free to reach out to me and ask me directly. Call us at the store. We also you can talk to us online on Facebook. So just feel free to let us know what we can do for you. We want to make sure to give you the information that you need to go out there and change the world. So I hope all of you have a great night, and I'll be talking to you again very soon. Take care. Bye.